Hi everybody, Scrap Jiggy here. I really just wanted to share quickly with you guys the junk journal mini that I made. Lori is my partner. Hi Lori. I'm really excited about this one. I've been a fan of Lori's work for a while, and her YouTube channel, and I watch it, and I really like her work, and I was super excited to find out that she was going to be my partner this month for the junk journal swap. And that's hosted over on Your Paper Pantry, and the hostess is Yoli this month. And the theme was going to be a time capsule. And Lori and I kind of discussed a little bit of like the title for it, and I asked her if she wanted me to title it or if she wanted me to leave the cover blank. But we finally decided on a title, and I really like the title. She also mentioned, one of the guidelines on one of the rules on the swap was that we had to use canvas on the cover, and the size was just 4 by 5 or so, and at least 30 pages. And I decided to do use the 7 Gypsies chipboard covers, and it's 6 by 6. And this is the canvas piece I used, and it's just the Claudine Helmuth Sticky Back Canvas by Ranger. And we decided on the title the way it was, and I added a little clock here, kind of just representing the time that goes by in the year, and that. And I've added just some I Am Roses, or excuse me, Wild Orchid Crafts flowers, and just some other flowers that I got in a couple of swaps actually the flower swaps has been a while since I've been joined them, but that's from the flower swap. It's a really pretty one. Then I bound it with my cinch, and used Distress inks to color the canvas, and I just kind of laid it down on there and thought it was kind of cool how it was wrinkled and stuff on the front, so I left it like that, and the edges are kind of frayed. I just really like the way it turned out, so hopefully, Lori, I hope you appreciate it. She did also, we talked a little bit about colors and favorite colors and things like that, and she mentioned she really likes the blue and the greens. So I was concerned that I might not have anything in that color scheme, but I did end up finding a paper stack that I had with that color scheme in it, so I'll show you what I did. So this is the first page, and let me show you the paper stack. Is a K & Company paper. Ooh, I just dropped it all. There it is. Amy Butler cardstock papers, and it's, let's see, what does it say? Amy Butler Bell 12 by 12 two-sided paper pack. So it's I think it's an older paper. I'm not 100% sure. I think it might be, but it's just got some really those blues and greens together that Lori mentioned she likes. So hopefully this is along the lines of what she was thinking. So I just stamped a couple of different things. Used some of the thickers alphabets to write out the titles, favorite songs, then added, oops, bumped the camera, this little clippy journaling spot there to hold in a couple of these 7 Gypsies journaling spots to kind of write down maybe your favorite songs and the artists they're by and all that kind of stuff. So this would be like favorite songs for 2011. Oh, that's exactly what I didn't want to do. There it is. Just did some lots of stamping, kind of to keep things fun. I thought maybe she could write down what her average week is like. Maybe something that says Marvelously Ordinary. Left a lot of open space there. Just a cute little stamp. This one says, Delight in the little things that are all your own. A Prima stamp, flower, and a metal brad there. This stamp up here says Important to Remember. And I broke out my little retro telephone stamp. And then I thought this one wasn't on the list of things that we could include, but I thought maybe she could write down the books that she read this year, and, you know, left some space for her to maybe comment on those. This is a Seven Gypsies vellum plasticky calendar type thing. You can write on this with a Sharpie marker, or I thought maybe she could use it with a photo. Just, this is the definition of favorite. Did some edge border punches on these. And then I wrote down movies. I left kind of a lot of space. I know some people are real movie buffs. I'm probably, if it's at Redbox, I've seen it, or I'll more than likely see it. If it's not, then we don't go to the movies very often unless Disney and Pixar have a new one out. But the kids like to go see those, but my husband and I don't get to go see very many movies. So I left her some space in there because I know that, you know, some people are really good about watching every movie that comes out when it comes out, but as much as I would like to, I don't necessarily get to all the time. But this is just some craft cardstock, some corrugated craft cardstock. I thought one of the ideas for what kind of things to include in the junk journal was maybe talk about like the price of things during the year, like gas and groceries, and maybe like your mortgage payment, that kind of thing. So I made this little envelope so that she could easily stick in, you know, maybe receipts or tags or something with that kind of information on it. Oh, that was kind of I like that idea a lot. This is just another fun stamp from Close to My Heart flower, and then it says So Blessed. And this one says Unforgettable. I really like that pattern. This one says Captured Moments. Food. Favorite food. I left her a lot of space in there too for that. And these again are the Bare Naked Thickers alphabet letters. And then another one of these calendar acetate pieces. But that one was kind of, I love that bird. And I did the clock again, like the one that's on the front. Favorite TV shows. I love this retro TV stamp with the little bunny ears. I love it. I left her some space for that. Lots of extra pages for, I don't know, maybe she could write down her favorite shows and the people, the actors that are in them. I don't know. That's kind of what came to my mind because I do watch TV. Well, actually just a couple shows that I must see every week. And then one of the other options for titles on this was maybe headlines from 2011. So I just wrote out the word, typed out the word, or stamped out the word headlines, and then added a Prima flower, and then thought maybe she could include the articles or the, you know, just like the particular events that happened in 2011 that made headlines for her. This was just using the Thickers alphabets to write out happy. I used a lot of border punches on some of these. They're just a lot of fun to work with. And then I just included one page that just says my favorites, maybe like her overall things for 2011. Did some stamping on there, and this is one of the little die cuts from the Tim Holtz tag die. I think it's one of the little tabs that comes in there. And then that's it. So, Lori, I hope you like it. I hope it's what you were hoping for. I hope it meets what you, some of the work you do is really, amazing, and I hope I've created a book that is pretty representative of what you were thinking. I really did try on the colors because when you mentioned blue and green, I thought that's a good challenge for me because I don't necessarily do those colors very often, but now that I found this paper pack, I really like it. So thanks so much, guys, for watching, and thanks to Yoli for hosting the swap. This has been the second one I've been in, and I'm excited to get the one Lori sends back to me. So thanks, guys, for watching. Bye-bye.